Welcome back to the Foundation. This is Swaytoven, and in this video, I want to change your perspective on how you look at your melodies and chords. It might make it easier for people who already know the foundation of this, because I understand that a lot of people look at things and learn things differently. And if we can look at things at different perspectives, it might be easier to look at the overall picture. So I've never seen anyone like explain melodies and chords like this before, but I think it's real simple. It's because melodically, when you think of music, even melodically, you're thinking of it horizontally, right? And yeah, this is, we can look at this, but I kind of want to look, make something different, because let's say I just was humming a random tune all day, right? This is it, and this isn't like a random tune. It is, but it's probably not good. This is looking at it left and right, right? This is looking at it horizontally, you know? And if you understand this concept of counter melodies or just layering melodies, but a lot of people make counter melodies in different instruments, but let's say you didn't, you added it in the same piano roll and you added another horizontal melody, okay? All right, we're thinking about this horizontal left and right. Well, maybe you've made a couple chords. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you have to look at it vertically, because chords are vertical. Melodically, music is horizontal. Vertically, music is on chord structures. You know what I'm saying? But if you have enough rows, you're eventually going to stack some columns. All right? And as we can see, this D and a B made a chord. I'm not saying that's a good chord, but this A and a G sharp made something. That's definitely not a good chord, right? But that's just an example. This G sharp and this C sharp almost made a little chord, but this F sharp basically coming in before it, right? So this is basically the whole chord a little broken up, but that's not, this isn't a good melody, I promise you. So we're going to look at the melody that I've already made to kind of help understand it, because it's just like, instead of like worrying about, let's look at these chords, is because I didn't start this melody from making chords. I simply thought of a line which was horizontal, okay, and then I thought of some more notes a little bit down here, lower in the scale. You know what I'm saying? Thought of some more notes, right? That might play out a little bit longer, might just be the bass notes, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it would be. Thought of some notes higher up in the register, right? And with all these lines, all these rows, I eventually made some columns, right? Right? Eventually you'll make chords most likely that you've never even thought of before. These chords that had the suspendeds and the borrowed and stuff like that. It's because you might have thought of enough melodies that allowed that to happen, So, yeah, this is assuming maybe you probably don't even know music theory. Believe it or not, you can eventually just, I'm not saying learn how to make chords, but you can understand, or you'll be able to control like the chaos of with like your melody, so to speak, right? You can make something more complex or in a way, instead of just like making the melody with like a different note, unless you're really layering the stuff down, what you're doing, whatever. But with one sound making like at least one sound playing all of this, it really reinforces this whole, all the notes, right? Just this, I don't know. And I'm not saying this is like the amazing, this is what it sounds like. It's nothing crazy. It's whatever, little melody. But yeah, so it's just like, if someone's new to making music, yeah, you probably still need to learn some like fundamentals and stuff like that. But it's just like, when you start like looking at like the melodies are horizontal and chords are vertical, all right. And people just learn things differently. People look at things differently. Probably the main reason why I'm uploading this video, because I was able to see this in a different way, and I think it's a very interesting way to look at it. Because basically, at the end of the day, to recap this, if you're gonna make melodies and you don't understand how to make chords, just try to make, and you have to kind of have an ear for it too, but like just stack melodies on top of each other, and like chords will come about eventually, and Maybe some people have watched the other YouTube producers. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but more popular YouTube producers teach you how to make type beats or teach you how to make melodies and stuff like that. You know, they'll show you how to put like the little extra notes down the lead into the other notes. Like, you know, this is just an understanding of maybe what's already known, and maybe who has ever new to like making music, they might be able to, you know, maybe reference this or use this idea. They might be able to see things differently, right? You know, there's probably someone who wanted to make music, didn't understand the whole counting system, really didn't understand numbers, but maybe just saying, hey, look at it left and right, and then look at it up and down. That might have clicked for somebody, right? So, in the next video, I want to talk about basically how you can keep creativity flowing, and it all has to do with sound.